Yo, never in my life have I seen such a shit show. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here today, please make sure to smash that subscribe button. And for all my returning subscribers, welcome to another video by your ultimate fave who's ultimately pissed the F off. Like, I had to do this reaction video now despite the fact that I've got a red eye. And if anyone's wondering, there's just something that went into my eye today and I kept on rubbing it. So we've got a little bit of a X-Men Scott, that guy with the laser eyes, but you know, it is what it is, we move. But anyway, I was so pissed off that I couldn't even wait for the redness in my eye to go away before I told you guys, or before I did this video. Now, before we get into what I'm doing, you guys can already tell by the title of the video that I'm going to be doing a reaction video. I just want to tell you guys how I came about doing this particular reaction video. Now, I got a lot of DMs. This was like a this was probably my most highly requested video since I've gotten highly requested videos, right? And everyone was asking me, please do a reaction video to blue therapy, please. I'm like, the hell is therapy that's blue? Why is it blue? And I really don't feel like, you know, watching therapy sessions. But I only realized, I think about a week or two after, that I had actually watched a certain clip of blue therapy. It was trending on Twitter, and it was a small clip of a guy who was basically emotionally bulldozing, bashing his girlfriend, bashing her from every single angle. And you know what, deep down inside I was like, you know what, this guy, I have so much to say about him, but I really don't want to jump into it right now, because I just want to let you guys know this is a very PG rated, no, this is like X-rated video. I'm gonna cuss a lot, and there's a lot of things I won't be able to bleep out, because right now I am speaking from the inner depths of my soul and my hatred for niggas. But obviously, because I need to come back to the fact that this is a mukbang, I am gonna be eating today ocean basket, and I ordered a platter for one, which looks absolutely delicious. And also, I have a breezer today. So if you guys have watched my previous video, you'll notice that I obviously had a breezer as well. And this is in the flavor wild fruit, but my favorite is the lime and the peach. So I'm gonna have a sip. And I'm really looking forward to eating. I literally ordered dinner like 2 hours ago, and I've been consumed with my hatred for niggas for the past 3-4 hours. No, I think I ordered at around 6. It's going on 10 o'clock. Okay, cool. So without rambling too much, let me take the first bite. I really like this platter. This is cold. That's it, some bites. My food was actually super cold because the little container I was heating it up in was not a good idea. I didn't know that. But anyway, I'm here now. I'm gonna have a first bite now that the food is actually hot. This is calamari. I really like ocean basket. Like, nothing has changed. It's the same love I have for Spur. No, Wimpy. No, Wimpy. That was a little hot. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, I'm gonna have one more bite because this is kind of sort of my first meal of the day. Well, I had food earlier, but they completely messed up my order at the restaurant. It was my grand's birthday today. Well, that being today because I'm shooting this on a Sunday. So they messed up my order and completely put me off the idea of ordering food. So I've been looking forward to this. Here you guys go. Ooh, if you want a bite. Yeah, it's too late. I'm too hungry. I don't want to share. Now that I've gotten out the way all the things that made me feel good, it's time to tackle the things that made me feel bad. I got random inboxes from people asking me to do a reaction to this series on YouTube called Blue Therapy. And I'd seen it, I'm like, I ain't doing no Grey's Anatomy review. No, I'm not watching a series. And then I kept getting it, Blue Therapy. And I'm like, what is this Blue Therapy? And I'm really keen to see what it is. What are people talking about? And then I stumbled on that one video on Twitter that made rounds, which I think is what put Blue Therapy on. Essentially, well, I guess in the South African space, because we normally find things on the Twitter space. And after what feels like maybe 5 months, I decided to do a reaction video. You know what? I should have never listened to you guys. I am pissed. I'm so pissed I need a shot of Jaeger. For anybody who doesn't know what blue therapy is, or obviously needs just a little bit of a breakdown, blue therapy is a short, what I would call maybe mini-series on YouTube under the Trend Central YouTube account, which came from the UK, and it's basically a 6-part episode that looks at the lives of 2 different couples. Now the first couple is Paul and Chioma, and the second couple is Deborah and Jamal. So it's actually Jamal, Jamel. And initially I was very happy that it was 2 couples because it gave me enough time to really focus and progress with the characters on the miniseries. I think if it was like different couples each episode, I would have liked it more because different, who the hell's draining me today? A fucking fly. As much as I would have enjoyed 6 different couple episodes within that 30-minute space, I do think the whole 6-part series looking at 2 couples was a lot nicer, because essentially it was an experiment to tackle what 2 black couples are facing. Now the first couple, that being Paul and Chioma, I'm going to look at it from couple to couple, then I'll look at it kind of episode to episode, because I think with each episode I just grew increasingly upset, annoyed, confused, irritated. You know, like women are just catching L after L per episode. Like Chioma, Deborah was at least trying to hold up the group average, but like Chioma just, oh my god. Anyway, now the first couple, that being Paul and Chioma, are a Nigerian couple who reside in the UK. Now Chioma, from what I've gathered from those 6 episodes, is a social media influencer / entrepreneur. I don't know if she has a business of her own, but she gets a lot of money because of her social media presence. And then Paul is a something. Whether he's a forex trader, whether he's an ice boy, I really can't tell what it is, because he's seemingly, as the story gradually progresses, you can see Paul doesn't want to tell us what he does for a living. Then why is you here? Why is you here? But that's not where we're at yet. You know, we don't really want to jump into it. Now Paul, doing whatever he does, whether he's a forex trader, whether he's selling cryptocurrency, whether he's selling organs on the black market, we never really know, because evidently, judging from what Paul says he does, he has to entertain clients. I'm gonna go and say Paul is in sales. What's that? Okay guys, my lights are obviously attracting a lot of things. But judging from what Paul said, I can't seem to figure out if Paul is a con artist, an entrepreneur, or just a plain ass ice boy, okay? But I'm gonna give him ice boy, because his loser ass has led me to believe that there is no job that he is doing that is worthy of the ass kissing that he does. Or perhaps. But then I don't know why he wears a suit. Just wear jeans and some New Balances so you can chase off the men, okay? Chase off the booties. Because that's what you do, right? Raw? Yeah. You're taking a piss? Yeah. They're taking a piss in your mouth, yeah? Paul, huh? But anyway, let me get back to it. Now, Paul is my least favorite character. Chioma and Paul are a Nigerian couple. Chioma, I think, is about 24. Paul is about 28. They've been dating for 3 years, and it's divided into a series of 5 episodes. Now, from episode 1, I was already, oh my god. You know what? I can't even start with Paul and Chioma. I'm starting with Deborah and Jamal. Deborah and Jamal, honestly, I was really happy with Deborah and her very, very clear expectations when it came to Jamal. From episode 1, Deborah and Jamal, I don't know if they're younger, but they've been dating for a year. And their relationship is fairly new. But from the onset, you can see that Deborah is a very firm character. As in, I want a man to take care of me. That's so much better than saying, hi, no mayini baba, and then coming on the TL to tweet how your man does nothing for you. You know what I mean? Which is obviously what I do. So I'm basically subtweeting myself, right? So what I liked about Deborah is that Deborah was very, very forthcoming with how she felt and the kind of man she wanted to be with. Now, Deborah is working a 9-to-5 job, and she's starting her own fashion business or fashion company. And then Jamal is a trainer, so I'm assuming a well-known trainer. He trains celebrity people in the UK. I don't know, or he just trains people in the UK. He's quite popular because of his social media presence, and he's a social media hoe. Let's say that. How many times have I warned you guys about Mickey Mouse, Clubhouse? Now, never. Me, I knew from the onset when Clubhouse started, I don't want to be in a house with you guys virtually. I don't even want to be in a house with you guys physically. So why would I want to be in a house with you guys virtually? I'm sick of you guys. Just text me, call me. Why do I have to see your face? I don't want to laugh with all 5 of you. I'm trying to ditch you guys in my body. Why would I want to see you guys on my phone? But you know, I mean, things differ. You know, I want to see Naledi every day, by the way. I want to live with Naledi. Like, you know, there are certain friends I can see every day. But anyway, back to Deborah and Jamal. Now, Deborah and Jamal seem to be having problems where Deborah doesn't trust Jamal. And from each and every episode, rightfully so. Men, I don't know what manufacturing plant men came from where they think they can upstage us women or outsmart us. You stupid, stupid, stupid done. You can outsmart anything, but not a woman who loves you. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you might outsmart the meek ones, the ones who really don't care because they're just yebo baba. But Jamal should have seen from the onset the kind of person Deborah is. And Jamal should have known from that time on that Deborah is not one to be messed with. Now, from the second episode, Deborah really solidified the kind of man that she wants. She made it very clear that from the beginning, Jamal knew the kind of woman I was. Jamal knew that I like expensive things. Jamal knew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not gonna lower my standard. And she went as far as even describing her relationship with her dad, which I felt a personal connection to, where I felt like I totally understand Deborah in this regard, and I blame myself for not being more forthcoming and saying, hey, I come from money, so I want money. I don't come from money and want poverty. But you don't go around saying things like that to people, you see. So I'm very, as much as I want Deborah to be the president of the Women's Association Club, to a certain degree, I praise her for doing the things that I personally would not be able to do. And for those women who obviously think, yeah, but it's not okay to ask a man for money and be so forthcoming, I get it. I sympathize with you guys. You know what I mean? My dad has always taught me hyper-independence. And that hyper-independence at times, it gets the better of you. But it also makes you a, what do I call this? Whatever. What's that drum that they like playing by the beach? The point that I'm trying to make is being overly independent and making a man believe that you don't need him. Some men take offense to that, and then some men become complacent because they're like, you're a big deal, there's nothing that I need to do, you're good, you don't need me. So I really like that Deborah was very straightforward, and she was like, yo, I like Fendi, I like Gucci, I like Prada, I really want a Prada bucket hat. I wish I had it in me to ask a man for a Prada bucket hat, because I was listening to her, I was like, Deborah's a baddie. No, she's a baddie for real, right? My only thing that you're taking a piss, yeah? But the only thing that I really liked about the dynamics of Deborah and Jamal is that the communication in that relationship was clear from Deborah's side, right? Now, Deborah gives me them very, yeah, I'm slick, yeah, I'm cheating on you, but you'll never catch me. But Deborah has been very like the man has to take the lead, the man has to do this, which in my personal capacity I can't relate to, because I'm too strong to let a man control me in that regard. But I totally understand from her point of view, always being raised in a circumstance where a man has always been her shield, her provider, and she has every right to want that. Every single right. I mean, she's working a 9 to 5 and she's also trying to start a business. That's already someone who's very business minded and doesn't want someone who's going to tie them down. So I'm all for Deborah wanting that comfort. She deserves it. Now, the question is, who are you wanting it from and how realistic and feasible is it? Now, if I'm wanting a comfortable, luxurious life from someone who looks comfortable and luxurious, by all means. If my man owns a jet and my man, I don't have to work, but he's okay with me working, I'd be like, but babe, is there a need? But now the thing is, Deborah is expecting that from Jamal, a fitness trainer. And there was a comment that she even made herself where she said, you're a fitness trainer won't buy a Gucci bag. So in my head I was like, okay, but if you know that, why are you expecting that from him? Meaning there's certain elements or certain aspects of their private life or of what Jamal does in terms of career-wise that we don't know and that wasn't mentioned, or maybe it was and I just missed it because at some point I just got really tired of listening to the nonsense. But for me, it felt a bit unrealistic to expect that from a fitness trainer and someone who enjoys Clubhouse, Mickey Mouse, Clubhouse. Ah, come on, dog. Like, I was like, okay, I don't understand how Deborah expects that, knowing that he's just a fitness trainer and basically a social media influencer from what was said, because he spends a lot of his time on social media. So I guess looking good, feeling good, posting pictures of your body is basically what gets you the clients. Judging from what Deborah said and judging from what Jamal said, Jamal knew obviously the kind of woman Deborah was, but he posed the question and said, what do you bring to a table? And as much as I gasped and said, I know this nigga just didn't ask what get out, I will smack. Okay. As much as he asked that, my only concern was that, I'm sorry girls, I'm gonna let the team down. He has a point. As a fitness trainer, what is Deborah expecting him to do? He spends 80% of his time on Clubhouse. Not making money, not starting brand deals, not partnering with big brands. He's on Clubhouse. So, what exactly were you expecting to get out of that? You know what I mean? It's also the realism. Like I'm a realist naturally, guys, right? And realistically looking at things, you can't expect someone who makes 100,000 to give you things that are worth a million. It's unrealistic. Then go be with a millionaire, you know? But I can tell that in this particular instance, Deborah knows something about Jamal that we don't, or something about his finances, but he was like, you don't know my finances. You don't know what I can and can't do. And she seemingly seemed very sure of the situation, which raised an eyebrow for me because I was like, okay, how is it that they've been together for a year? He knows the type of girl she is. So he's probably done it before, or he's probably showcased his manhood in that regard. But let's move there. Deborah and Jamal, I really liked them because I really liked how strong Deborah was, how firm she was in her beliefs, and how no man was going to shake that. However, I also felt like it was still a very fairly new relationship, and for it to get to a point where Deborah's being very vocal about the fact that she wants money and she wants luxury goods. Was it because she noticed that that's not what she was getting? Was it because she noticed that, oh, okay, this is not what I'm getting out of it? And a lot of people said it was scripted, but before I even dig into it and find out if it was scripted, my only chat is, logically speaking, if that's what you're chasing, then you need to know the kind of guy that you're going for. You know what I mean? You need to know, generally. Like, you can see if this nigga can take you out to Lucky Fish and whatever other restaurant she mentioned, but you can also see if this nigga can't buy you Prada unless he saves for it. you know? So I did feel like Deborah, to a certain extent, was being a little unfair, a little harsh. Jamal seemed really laid back, and then towards episode 5, things just started getting really awkward. Like the fact that she started an OnlyFans, but also there was a lot of deceit between the two of them, because the one was going to Chile. Was it Chile or Afro Nation? Then the other one booked a ticket to Afro Nation. Like there was just a lot of, in my instance, I would call it very juvenile mishaps, or like juvenile communication skills, where are you guys trying to one-up each other? The one is like, okay, cool, I like your sister. Okay, well, I started OnlyFans. Oh yeah? You started OnlyFans? You know, I'm a sister. I mean, but you explained at the beginning that you met him through your sister. So maybe he liked your sister and then he met you and then he thought, oh, okay, cool. Okay, you started on OnlyFans. Why? I thought you were doing a 9 to 5 and you're about to run what seems like a successful business. Why do you have an OnlyFans? Okay, what are you doing on the OnlyFans? You didn't even tell us that. So, kore. Skula my gents. You know? There was a lot of, are you guys deliberately trying to hurt each other? Which is why if someone does say that Deborah and Jamal are scripted, I wouldn't be surprised, because the kind of issues they had are issues that could have easily been sorted out. But I think towards the end, where Jamal confessed to sleeping with his ex-girlfriend that he was training, then it kind of comes into full circle, and that one seems a little bit believable, but everything else just seemed like a, yeah, tit-tat but a fat. You know? So I'm really happy that Deborah obviously kept her ground. I'm really happy that Jamal suggested it, because Jamal is showing signs of actually wanting to improve the relationship. The second couple that I wanted to discuss, which is obviously the couple in question, or the couple that made people DM me to do a reaction, is Paul and Chioma. Now, as someone who has dated and experienced a narcissist, I've never in my life not only felt triggered, but angered, to a point where I wanted to throw the remote into the TV. Okay? Like I wanted to throw it into the TV and I was hoping it would hit Paul's ugly ass head. That's the thing. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to beat him. But anyway, Paul and Chioma have been dating for 3 years. I think I explained that earlier in the video. And essentially, Paul is the true definition of a narcissist. And if this show is scripted, then everything will make sense as to why. But right now we're working on the ideology that it's not scripted. And I just want to tell you that with each and every episode, the disgust, it being unpalatable, I couldn't even watch episode 5. I kept fast forwarding parts because I felt like from the moment he began to even talk to her, there was an element of being condescending. Like he was not only condescending to Chioma, he was condescending. What's getting that Deborah Patter who did nothing? Did you guys see she had a pen all 5 episodes and she wrote nothing down? She wrote nothing. Denise wrote nothing. And I was like, bitch, this nigga is dissing his girlfriend of 3 years, and you're sitting there carrying here and Paul Harbour a platform, tell us how you feel. No! I say no! You know, if my neighbors hear me, I'm so sorry. I am peeved. I'm peeved. All the way from episode 1, where basically she mentioned that he neglects her. And I felt that deep in my spirit, in my soul, because it's like, you can already tell by his narcissistic character that he generally likes to be in control of a situation. He generally likes to act like very poker facey. And for me, having dated someone for 4 years for that long, you can already tell when it's just a facade, and when it's just you've lost the plot completely, or when it's just you can't see beyond your big ass head. That is why you're like this. You know what I mean? Like you're so narrow-minded. Like you're such a, I've got so many words for him. Narcissistic, absolutely pathetic, Absolutely useless. Waste of my time. Hope he never gets booked again. I hope this closes all his avenues. I really hope he doesn't go on the reel. And I really hope that Steve Harvey and Oprah and anybody else who feels like they want to give him a platform, I really hope you guys shun him. He needs to be shunned. Whether it was scripted or not, it was so disgusting to actively think it was okay to treat not even your partner, a human being like that. Let's talk about how he attacked Denise. Denise, that being the therapist. And some, why the fuck are we here wasting our time? Denise, you've been doing this, and what are the reviews? And bitch, you could have done the reviews when Chioma suggested it to you. You could have did them yourself. Aren't you a businessman? Aren't you someone who knows the business? Why didn't you take your stupid ass phone, Google who this woman is, and then agree and disagree? What the hell are you doing there coming telling us? But anyway, it was the way he disrespected Denise. I noticed there that in this relationship, there are different elements of abuse on so many levels. And just when I thought this is not what I think it was when she begged him. Babe, I know how to submit to a man, babe. I'm gonna talk to him, babe. No! This nigga just dissed you all 3 episodes and you're still begging him to save what? To save what? You guys better be doing this for the money and fame. Because if you're not, Chioma, love yourself, dude. No man who loves you will say half the things that nigga said to you in 6 episodes. To a point where episode 6 is where you guys actually came true about the... Episode 6 was the one episode where he humbled himself. Because he had to admit to the world that he made you a border baby. Episode 1 to 5, it was all your fault. It was all your fault. From your Instagram page, to your cooking, to looking after his sister's kids. Leave me out of it, eh? I'm not looking after anyone's anything. Chioma is 24. She doesn't even have a kid. But she was looking after Paul's sister's kids. Of which, then she mentioned that, you know what? It's not my job. But when are you... There are so many elements of abuse that were identified in 6 episodes between Paul and Chioma. And I'm sorry, as much as we can say it was scripted, maybe Jamal and Deborah. Chioma and Paul, I don't know. It's such a layered amount of abuse, from emotional, from her having to drag him back to therapy. He agreed to come to therapy with you, to bash you, and to continuously label you as that person. The only time you can speak your mind is when there's a white woman in the room. It doesn't even get to a point where you can speak your mind. You're not seeing it. Okay, there's definitely elements of emotional abuse. The one thing that should give them intimacy, he takes away, and he bargains it on her, and he... My heart hurts for Chioma. It hurts. It hurt. Every single episode felt triggering. From the first one to 6, because I skipped 5. I was not gonna deal with Paul for another 30 minutes of my life. But from episode 1, it was the little patterns, it was the little intricate details of abuse. From the condescending and the cutting off, from the disrespecting the therapist. And just when I thought maybe it'll get better after that, maybe the therapist will tell her, because Deborah Peta did nothing. Thank goodness Denise was white. Because I don't think any black person, whether it be a therapist, whether it be a nun, whether it be Jesus' deputy right-hand man, no person would have taken that kindly. If anything, I don't even know if I would have been able to keep recording. But for that reason alone is what leads me to believe that it could have been scripted, because no one will take disrespect like that. Lying down like that. Paul, I hate you. I hate niggas like you. You make a couple of thousand, you think you're the boy. But at the end of the day, you have to ask his other niggas who are better than you and further than you to even make a teardrop of what those niggas are making. And here you are acting like you're Bill Gates. Hey, you're a YouTube star. That's how you know you're doing nothing. Tell me one rich nigga that would have done that on YouTube. Huh? Businessman? Huh? I'm pissed off. I'm pissed on Chioma's behalf. I'm about to do the thing that Chioma should have done in that therapy session. But instead she was like, yo, no, you know what I mean? Chioma is so beautiful. Like, guys, don't get me wrong. I know what it's like to be in an emotionally abusive relationship. I know what it's like to be trapped. I know what it's like. I know it from every single angle, from the things that he said, from the that Paul did, from the lying, we definitely know Paul's cheating. That's just a no-brainer, unless he obviously has erectile dysfunction, which I doubt he does, considering that episode 6 she admitted that they had a baby. So what is it? What is the problem? Why do you feel like to feel better about yourself you need to make everybody feel bad? You know why? Because you're a loser. Deep down somewhere inside of you, you're a loser and you're inferior and you only wish you could be half of where your peers are, and you take it out on people that love you and care for you and are beneath you so that they can stay beneath you. Men like you, Paul, disgust me. And if there's any men who are watching exactly like Paul, you disgust me too. Anyway, let me just have a prawn. I hate his guts. And I didn't eat because the idea of Paul makes me want to vomit. So yeah, no mukbang for you guys. Sorry. Sauce! But yeah, guys, I want to really watch the aftermath right now. So I think I'm gonna say this is the end of the video. This is the episode to episode from 1 to 6, and I really want to watch the aftermath and kind of see everything that happened. And if you guys want to see me do a reaction of the aftermath, please do comment below, because I really do want to watch it now. I feel so sorry for Chioma. I feel so proud of Deborah. I really want to see what happens after this particular moment. But yes, guys, that is the end of the video. I'm really sorry that it ended on such a weird note, you know what I mean? But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see me do another reaction video that doesn't make me go crazy, please do comment down below and share it with me. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. We are on our way to 80,000 subscribers. I really hope we get there before the end of June. But until then, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.